When it comes to creating videos, podcasts, or audiobooks, the right soundtrack can make all the difference. And that's where AudioHero comes in. It's a platform that gives you access to over a staggering 300,000 premium, royalty-free music tracks and sound effects. Not only that, but you get unlimited downloads, and it's currently running a lifetime deal on Appsumo. And you can get it for as little as $99. Which is an absolute steal when you consider other platforms require a subscription plan. So there are some additional features here, and we'll go through them all in a minute, but you get a playlist maker that you can add your tracks to. You can auto embed with metadata for easy searching. There's a cue sheet maker, advanced AI search tool, which is cool, Adobe Premiere extension, and a bunch of other things. AudioHero has been around since January 2015, so pretty much 10 years. They have featured on Appsumo before, and they've got up to 83 pretty much 5-star tacos. The founder and support team seem very active in the question area on Appsumo. They respond pretty much on the day, and all the reviews are 5 stars. I mean, you get a huge 300,000 plus songs and sound effects, which you can use at any time for a lifetime deal. So you don't want to miss out on this one, guys. If you'd like to buy AudioHero, I'll leave a link in the description below. It is affiliated, but it would really help a lot. So I've actually signed up for a free trial, but if you go down to the bottom and you put in a coupon code, which is 330, then you will get a month's worth. The Prodigy plan, which is based at $9.99 a month, and that allows you to get 50 downloads, and that is forever. So you do need to put in your card details, but you can cancel as soon as you want. But bear in mind, as soon as you cancel, you will lose all of this. So you might need to take note and cancel when it's nearer to the end of the month. So this is the dashboard of AudioHero. It has a dark grey and white color template with the text box up here in black, and everything looks really nice to look at, and it's not overwhelming. On the left here you have all the filter tracks. You can run through the sound type, genre, length, mood, tempo, and that will filter out all of that to what you are looking for. You can also create new playlists. Say if you wanted cinematic songs in one playlist, you can do that. There's also new AI playlists, so it's cool that they're featuring and integrating some AI element. Then up the top here, we've got the text box where you can search all tracks by keywords, audio file, or a URL, which is nice. And then just below that, you have 4 other options: music and sound effects, where you can play all your different types of music here that you have searched for, or what is the default at the moment. And here you can simply go to play. And if you click on this little lightning bolt icon, it will come up and say find similar. So if I click here, it's going to find tracks that are similar to this description, the mood, the BPM, and the genre. So let's click that, and now it will say finding matches. And this is a great way of finding similar songs in a quick and easy way. So this is the song. And let's go to Story of Hope. You see, it sounds very similar. And let's try January Angel. They've all got that piano type kind of melody going on. Now you'll see up the top here where it says filters, it then says one of the filters is the track Morning Light, and then it has clear all. So the more filters you add, it will show up here on the filters area. And if you click on the X, it will delete that filter. You can also click on any of these. So for instance, if you wanted a description that's similar to that, you can just click on that and it will find ones that are very similar. And you can do this for BPM, mood, and the title too. So without trying to overwhelm you, if you click this little down icon there, it will show you the full description so you can see more details about it. But if you want to dive deeper into a song, you click this little hamburger icon, and then from here you can see the details, email, similar tracks. And I have shown you similar tracks, so let's go into details. So at the top, it's got the track, it has the length, it's got find similar, it has the file name, the catalog, the genre, so that's easy listening, the cue type, which is a song. Then it's got the artist, so this is Simon Peterson. It's got the label, which is AudioHero, the BPM of the song, all the different types of mood. So this one actually covers a lot, and it shows how many there are on AudioHero as well. It says no to explicit, which means it hasn't got any rude words, and it's got the length again, subgenre is classical, and there's just a bunch of information here. And then you can also go down and see alternate versions of this track. It really is quite in depth for a platform you would think you would just download songs from. So you might have noticed this little shopping trolley icon, and if you found a song that you like, you would just click on that. It will add that to the basket. Now, this is based on a lifetime deal. So if we went to that basket, it would basically say that if you choose to download this song, it will be -1 credit, and that would leave me with 49. So it says that just under subscription download credit. And guys, all these songs can be used commercially across any of your social media channels, YouTube, and don't forget you've got a huge 300,000 sound effects and songs to choose from. So let's go through some of the filter options. So at the top, we've got sound type. So if we're just looking for music, you can only have the filter load the music or the songs. And let's check out a couple. So that's quite quiet. Let's try this one. And that sounds quite uplifting and nice. And let's turn off music and try sound effects and see what ones we can take a look at. Definitely dark, magic cartoon. Very nice, and that does cover the magic feel. That's some hardcore thunder right there. What about cannon artillery? Definitely very warlike. What about bird hawk? Ah, I like that. That's cool. So there are a bunch of different sound effects. In total, there's actually 12,178. And if we go to music, it's got 350 pages, and there is a lot on each page. And I think it's got every genre covered in the entire world. I mean, look at this list. It is very long. You can basically add any of these in. So if I wanted electronic and let's say cinematic, it's now going to add those filters in, and unfortunately there isn't any for those particular genres. But here are some electronic songs. Very nice house track, I like it. Very bouncy. These are very premium and official. I mean, you could almost see these being on TV. You can also set the minimum length and the max. So if you wanted a song that's minimum 3 minutes, you would put that in, and a maximum of 6 minutes, and it will find all the tracks between those particular lengths. You can also choose from different moods from the 70s all the way up to the 1990s, and they've got even more than the genres. I mean, look at all of these. So whatever your niche is, they have music for every niche, I am sure of it. So this is where your playlists are. If I click this hamburger icon, you can filter down from all of these, such as playlist count, sort playlist, track count, date created. And this is a great way of finding exactly what you're looking for. And you can manually create a new playlist by adding a new folder first, and then you'll dump all your tracks into there. And one of the cool options is new AI playlist. And if I click that, it will come up with this pop-up screen. And from here, you can actually ask the AI what kind of playlist you want. So I could say a folk metal playlist. And they have some examples here, but I'm just going to go with that and see if there are any songs like what I've asked. Okay, so it's created a playlist for us, and it's even created a pretty cool thumbnail with a kind of shadow with a guitar. And that's basically based on folk and metal. And it's also called the playlist title Harmonies of Hearth and Hammer, which is pretty related to folk metal. Now, if we come down here and check out some of the tracks, it's actually created quite a few.
Take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have an
Okay, I'm not quite sure how that's related to heavy metal, but let's come up.
allegiance to the
And very strange. So it seems to have got in some human voices and not songs. I'm just trying to go through here. Let's try get more results. And it doesn't seem to have picked up what I was looking for. Maybe they just didn't have any songs and it's just found what's appropriate or what the AI thinks is appropriate to what I've asked. So it didn't quite work for that example, but if it did work when you do it, you just go to save to my playlist and then you'll have access with all these tracks for this particular playlist. And it's as simple as that. And AudioHero isn't an AI music generator, so whatever's on the system, it can only go with that. But it would be really cool if they did kind of expand on AudioHero to add in some AI music generating content, so you have the ability to create your own songs. So another additional feature they have is cue sheet. And what you can do here is create your cue sheet and add a name to it. And then you can basically add songs to it. So if I went to music and sound effects and went to new cue sheet and just put in here test and go to create. Now you'll see this little green plus icon appears on all the tracks on this particular page. So whatever filter or page you're on and then you go to add a cue sheet, it will only work on that particular page. So if you went back to the beginning again, you would have to create another cue sheet. So I'll add in a couple now and show you kind of what it's all about. So it will highlight in a mine is red icon when you've added it. And now if we click on this test cue sheet, it will say 3 songs, and that's correct. And that will say loading cue sheets. So although I'm not massively familiar with cue sheet and what it does, I did look it up, and the purpose of a cue sheet in AudioHero is essentially it allows you to track information such as the title, duration and composer of each piece of music. You can specify where and how the music is used within the project, such as background music, a theme or credits. And it also helps with licensing compliance and is often required when reporting music usage to performing rights organizations for royalty distribution. And thanks to AI, I have figured that out. So if you wanted to use a specific track or a playlist, such as the ones you have here, someone might want to use them in a film, a TV show, or a video. You could fill out all this information and pass that on to them. And you can do that through an email link. You can also save as a PDF, Excel, CSV, copy to a playlist, copy, make new, and edit cue sheet info. So there's quite a few options to choose from. There's also this, upload EDL, and it's in beta. And you can add by file name. And if you click on this little playlists tab up the top here, you will see all these different playlists that are available on AudioHero. It kind of reminds me of Spotify a little bit, so you can really filter down to the genres that you want to look at. And I always like cinematic, so let's load that playlist. And it will tell you it's got 51 tracks. And you can just go through here, and I've still got queue activated, so if I wanted to add that, I could. You can also use the find similar tracks. Let's check out this one. Sounds very epic, just my cup of tea. And if we go up to this text box up here, we can use the AI to find us a song. So I like folk, so let's put in a folk instrumental, click enter, and Artemis, which is the AI, is thinking of songs that it can pull up that are related to folk. Now it's found a few, 854, so that's quite a lot. Let's have a listen. Okay, so it hasn't found exactly what I'm looking for. It has wrote in a description here from Artemis, which is like a AI chatbot. It's basically put in about what kind of folk music it's been looking for, acoustic guitar, banjo, and a lot of these are nothing to do with folk, but they have keywords here, and these aren't clickable, so these are all in use at the moment. It didn't seem to have done a good job there, but maybe it would with different text prompts or genres. So Audio Hero do have a license document, so you can run through here and just make sure you adhere to this license before you use the sound effects and songs. So it's always worth looking at. Now, in the shopping cart area, if you do want to download a song or have the option to do that, once you've got your list, you just go to redeem credit, and now that will take you to this page here, and this is kind of like your account section. So under my licenses, all the songs that you have downloaded will appear here. So you can download it in a WAV or MP3 file. You can see the invoice and the license for each song, and it has the date that you bought them or downloaded them. There's also a couple of more nice options. If you go to this little mood button, and you will see all the different types of moods that there are on AudioHero. And they have some really defined ones, such as satisfied or mysterious. And if I just clicked on mysterious, for instance, you will see it pop up in this text box up here. And the more you add, the more it will show in this text box. And these are basically some of the popular moods on AudioHero. So if I went to enter, and it will load the tracks now based on these two moods. And you can see it has brought up 4 tracks. So this would probably give you a bigger list if you only had one, but that's how it kind of works. Now, under the dashboard, you have plenty more options to choose from. You can actually log into Adobe Premiere / Audition, and this allows you to use their extension. I haven't ever used it before, but for those who are interested in that, that is there. You can also connect with other accounts. They've got a bunch of privacy options. You can upload your own avatar. You can see the history of what you've looked at, which is pretty cool actually. And you can even download a song straight from here. You have saved searches if you do have any. Then there's my licenses, which I've just shown you. You have email settings. You can see the subscriptions. So these are the ones that are based on the subscription plans and AudioHero's kind of website or dashboard. You have the Hero plan, which is $196 a year, and that gives you full access to AudioHero, and that's basically everything. That's what you'll be getting if you buy the Appsumo lifetime deal, and that's a huge savings. So on the Appsumo lifetime deal, it's $99, and on the Hero, which is this one, it'd be $196 a year. So a huge saving there. There are some other plans, but in all honesty, they're probably not worth it. If you're not sure about some of the features here and what the licensing is about and stuff, they have an FAQ question with plenty of questions and answers to have a look at. They have a support area where you can fill out the contact form. They've got Facebook, X, and Instagram pages. They also have a submission section where if you are an artist and you want to get your music out there, you can actually get in contact with AudioHero and talk about the possibility of having your music on their platform, which is really cool. They don't seem to have any roadmap available, but they do add fresh new music and sound effects quite regularly, so you'll never really run out. And one of the most important things, because most people will use the music on YouTube, and it says here cleared for YouTube and all online streaming sites, so that alone is very reassuring. Okay guys, so that's it for this review of AudioHero. I hope you enjoyed it. The main question is, would I recommend it? I definitely would. Whether you're a content creator for YouTube, TikTok, or any social media platform, you may even be an educator, AudioHero has got your back. You'll be well covered. They have a huge 300,000 plus songs and sound effects, so you'll never run out. Great filters. They're starting to implement AI. It would be good if they add an AI music generator in there. Perhaps that could be an additional subscription, maybe lower for LTD buyers. But what they have right now is a really good platform. I didn't find any bugs, some slowness when scrolling fast, but that's about it. But for $99, one-time fee, you can't go wrong. If you like this review of Audio Hero, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. And I'll see you on the next one.